What is going on YouTube? Happy Sunday and welcome back to the YouTube channel. I'm super happy to see you guys and film this video for you. I thought it'd be fun if I would explain kind of what I do on a Sunday. Because listen, Sundays, how they are represented in the zeitgeist of how we operate as a culture in, well, America, because that's what I can speak to because I live in the United States, is love them or hate them. Some people get the Sunday scaries, and I don't know if that's the proper way to think about Sundays. Also, some people think of Sundays as just the total reset day, the total day to relax, recoup, get caught up on all the things that you had to forego during the week at your home in order to be well prepared for the week. And I just thought I could share some valuable insight about how I treat my Sundays as a full-time a business owner, an entrepreneur, and a guy who has his hands in many different things, because I have somewhat of a unique perspective on Sundays. Here's the deal. Here's how I like to approach a Sunday, a typical Sunday in my week. And here's the deal. I'm not above any man. I'm not above anybody. I get worn out. I get worn down throughout the week. I forego certain obligations, the typical Sunday things, laundry, unloading the dishwasher, maybe preparing meals for the week. I'm not above anybody. I forego those as well, and we'll catch up with those on Sunday. Where I really like to differ from, I guess, the average narrative about a Sunday is I don't like to quote unquote waste a Sunday. Even on a Sunday where kind of, it seems the whole world is at rest, I like to keep my goals in the back of my head throughout the day and push different levers and things forward to do things that are congruent with my goals. I don't like to write off Sundays at all when it comes to working on my goals as a business owner and just as a person in general. I really believe how you treat your weekend and your Sundays in particular can really help shape kind of the future of your life. And it's to me, it's really a mindset thing going through my Sunday, because again, I'm not above anybody. I'm just as lazy as most people are on Sundays. I totally understand that and resonate with it. And I'll share with you a couple of things that I will actually do to move my goals forward on a Sunday. I think these are really good examples of things where, I can physically take a step back, but I can still move things forward. And that's super important to me in the development of my business and just growing in all areas of my life. It's funny because, before I share those with you, it's funny just because I know like a lot of people like to treat their Sundays as a day of rest and repair and relaxation and all that stuff. And I know I get recommended all the time to watch these TV shows. Over the past year, I can't even count on my fingers how many times I've been recommended to watch the show Yellowstone. And if you've seen it, that's awesome. This is, no disregard to the show whatsoever. I'm sure it's amazing. But I've had friends and family who have binge watched it, and they've told me, oh, you would love Yellowstone. And, I probably would. I'm sure I would think the show is amazing. I love Western culture, and I kind of live in an area with a lot of Western culture, so I definitely appreciate that. But here's the deal. I don't, there's 50 episodes of the show, 50 hours of show to watch to complete that. It's just tough. A typical, Sunday for some people might be to, watch 3, 4, 5, 6 episodes of a show that they've been recommended, or a series of movies, or what have you. It's just, I have a really hard time committing to something like that in my head, just because I know that's a 50-hour endeavor to finish Yellowstone. And again, I'm sure it's an amazing show, but knowing what's going on in Yellowstone and just being able to keep up with the rhetoric of Yellowstone, and this goes for I'm just using Yellowstone as an example. This goes for any show. It's just, that is not congruent with my goals. So I have other ways that I can, rest and repair on Sundays. And I suppose I should share some of those with you. The first one is I like to read a lot, and Sundays are a great day for catching up on reading. I kind of consider reading as a form of work, because I know, well, here's the whole deal with reading, and for me specifically, I like to read a lot of nonfiction from very reputable authors who have done a lot of very interesting stuff in the world. And why I consider reading a small form of work is I will read something fascinating or something interesting or something related to what I do that will help make a connection in my brain and how I understand the world, and it'll just make a new thread, so to speak. Kind of take something that I understand in this part of my brain and connect it to something else I understand way over here in my brain, and there's always like a thread line between those connections of something that I can implement, something that I can understand better. So a great example is I like to read a lot about Western American culture, histories of manufacturing in America, vintage American clothing and purposes for why we have the clothes that we have today, and just stuff like that. And it's all congruent with what I do for a living, owning a full-time reselling business. But an example like this, this is a American denim staple, the Wrangler jean. But now I have a full grasp of why this is here, why this pair of jeans is here, why it's 14-ounce denim, why they have the rivets here. Why is there a fifth pocket on the jean? Why is the zipper 13 inches? Why are these cut the way they're cut, like the sizing between the thighs and how they end up down at the hem? I just have a full grasp of a pair of jeans like this, which makes me appreciate and understand how to market an item like this, and just help resonate that with potential customers for my business. So it's just stuff like that. Reading really expands my view of how I understand the world and how I can translate that into my life and business. So I'll probably make several videos about current books I'm reading, stuff like that. On Sundays, I keep the Kindle around me all day long, wherever, bedroom, living room, dining room, out here in my office, stuff like that. I'll just keep the Kindle by me for little moments in my day where it's just like I have a little downtime, nothing going on. If this is in a arm's reach, then I will utilize it. Another thing I like to do on Sundays, and a typical day of work for me is, processing a lot of inventory, doing shipping, and those are somewhat manual types of labor. So again, it wears me down. I'm tired on the weekends. It's all good. But I kind of get a natural break from shipping on Sundays, since I prioritize utilizing USPS and priority mail and all that stuff. So, post offices are closed on Sunday, so I kind of have a natural break from shipping. Obviously, if I have a hefty day of orders, I get a lot of orders throughout the weekend, and on Sundays in particular, I will catch up on those orders and get them ready to fulfill, stuff like that. But I get a little physical break on Sundays because of the post office schedule. But another thing I really like to do on Sundays is any piece of inventory that I have that needs, repair, cleaning, stuff like that. I'll catch up on that on Sundays. That's a nice kind of relaxing task. It's a nice task where I can just listen to an audiobook, a podcast, and just kind of mosey through it, so to speak, on Sundays. So like, here's a couple pairs of boots I recently got. This super cool pair of Tony Lama, kind of like elephant style print cowboy boots. So like a pair of boots like this on a Sunday that I can fetch a good amount of money for on the secondhand market. I'll clean, condition them, all that stuff. I'll do that on a Sunday. Keep up with stuff like that. This pair of Danners needs the leather treated really bad and just needs a general cleaning as well. I'll do that today as well. It's just a great task to do on Sundays. Another thing I like to do on Sundays is, and this falls into the general camp of, keeping up with laundry, all that stuff. I just like to keep my shop clean on Sundays. If things got a little hectic, I will try to tidy up a little bit. It'll make my week a little better, a little bit more organized, maybe a little quicker and efficient. But here's the deal. Really, what I am trying to express in this video is that, hey, I get it. Utilize your Sundays however you want to utilize them, but it's super important for me and how I live my life to just kind of make sure things are still pushing forward towards my goals. Make sure that needle is moving a little bit. Maybe Monday through Saturday that needle is bending over. But on a Sunday, as long as that needle isn't stagnant, I'll feel very fulfilled at the end of the day. Oh, another big thing too is on Sundays, I'll still prioritize a social life on Sundays. I think that's vitally important. I don't know where we got this whole reasoning that Sundays are kind of the day to be, locked inside, got to get to bed early, the whole Sunday scaries thing. It's like, I don't want to go out to dinner because what if we get home at 9 p.m. and then I'm rushed to go to bed and then I'm not going to get a good night's sleep. I get that logic, totally cool, but for how I work, I guess, as a person and how I kind of get my energy and stuff like that, I'm very social. I like being with my friends, my family. I'm not going to forgo, going to hang out or forgo going out to dinner because that will, that'll kind of fill my energy levels and my energy stores for the week. I think it's, I don't shy away from that. I will never turn down an opportunity to, have a lot of like love and socialness in my life, because I think that's super important for just my well-being, my energy, being able to learn stuff from my friends, my family, all that stuff. I'll never turn that down. Obviously I'm not going to stay out till midnight on a Sunday, all that stuff. I don't have a hard and fast rule about, no going out on a Sunday. It's all cool. Whatever you want to do, it's all good with me. These are just how I operate through my weekends and my Sundays. Depending on how your mentality is revolved around them can really help shape the future of your life, your business, whatever you want to do with your life. Listen, a lot of people are super, lazy on Sundays. A lot of people are really reserved on Sundays. So maybe if you are a, aspiring business owner or have some sort of business, maybe Sundays really are a good day to double down, because when people are reserved and a little lazy, then there's a general sense of opportunity in being able to assist that combination right there. So just some food for thought. I thought it'd be fun to hop on a Sunday and kind of give you guys a rundown of what I'm doing today. So that's all. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. In the meantime, be good to one another, and I'll see you guys again. Peace.